What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? I scared my puppy. Today, we are going to compare the new hotness from Streamlight. It is the TLR-1 HLX. We are going to compare it to the older TLR-1 HL. Now, this is not a full review on the HLX. Just got it in. Not ready to do a review on it yet. I just want to, it's very popular and I want to compare you and tell you guys what the differences are. All right, let's start with the lumens and the candela and the runtime. The HLX, the new one, is a dual fuel light and it comes with two of the Streamlight rechargeable batteries. You know, the cool little batteries that you can plug the USB-C right into the battery, kind of cool. With those rechargeable batteries, you get 1500 lumens, 20,000 candela, and a 1 hour runtime. Again, this is dual fuel, so if you want to use CR123s, if those batteries die or something, you can do so, which is dope. The performance with the CR123s is similar to the older light. You get 1,000 lumens, 1,000 lumens, 15,000 candela, and a 1.5 hour runtime. So the candela goes down a little bit. Now the older HL, you're looking at, again, with CR123s, you're going to get 1,000 lumens, 20,000 candela, and a 1.5 inch runtime. So see the differences you gain and you lose. The nice thing is rechargeable batteries that are removable. That's always good. Save you a little cash on having to buy batteries, but you still have the backup of the CR123s. Anyway, the best change they made to this light, in my opinion, is going to be the controls. The old HL, the controls aren't bad. I've gotten used to them. I've used them a ton. But if you've ever taken a low light class, like I've taken many low light classes, if you see a light ND, a negligent discharge of the light, good chance it came from a TLR-1 HL. The paddle is just so sensitive. So as a right-handed shooter using your thumb, you push down for momentary, up for constant. So as a righty, the controls are okay. Lefty's not quite as good. It's backwards. Up is momentary, down is constant. They're not the worst controls, but they are very, very sensitive, and sometimes coming in and out of the holster they can get pressed. The new controls are great. They're just like the TLR-7 series of lights. They're more paddle. They're not on a rocker switch. You give it a quick press, it stays on. You hold the button down for momentary, and it's the same on both sides of the light. So it's fully ambi. So you lefty folks are not backwards for once. Streamlight took care of you. Another thing I like that they did on the paddles is you have two different size paddles. You have the standard low paddles, which are great. They're not bad at all. And you also have these high paddles. And I really, really like the high paddles. What you do is it comes with a little push, little tool. You push the pin about halfway out, take the old paddle off, put the new one in, slide that pin back, and it's as easy as that if you want to swap these controls. Now you can have a low side on one and a high on another, or two highs or two lows, whatever you want. Great job with the controls. Another big change they made is going to be front load battery. So with the old HL, you had to take the pistol off of the the light off of the pistol, and then there was a latch in the back you undid. It hinged from the bottom, and you could swap out the batteries. Wasn't hard, but it took a little extra time. This new one, there's a little button on the side, like a little safety you push to release it, and then there's a lever. You slide the lever forward. The bezel is hinged on the top. That folds down, and then the batteries slide right out. And you can, swap the batteries, do whatever you need to do. All right. Before we step outside and do the beam comparison, I did the beam comparison last night. Before we do that, though, I want to quickly thank Natchez, biggest supporter of the Tiberious Gibb channel, hunting, camping, fishing, lots of things for your pew-pews, including a full line of Streamlight products. I don't know if they have this yet because this is new, but I'm sure they will if they don't have it now. They're always having good deals. The link is down below. The shirt is from TriStar. It's always from TriStar. The link to TriStar is also down below. Lots of really good pro-gun, pro-American, really cool, funny designs. All right, we're going to go do the beam comparison. What I did is I compared the HLX to the HL first because I think that's the best comparison. But I also brought out a X300 Ultra and an X300 Turbo. And also, I think I did an Enforce Wild 2, I believe, as well. But let's go take a look at the beam. All right, this is the HLX. It's a lot of lumens, average candela, like I expected. It's a wall of light, not a really tight hotspot, just about average. This is the original HL. It doesn't look as bright. You can definitely see the difference in lumens. Might have a little bit better hotspot. X300 Turbo, and you can see the hotspot is a lot more defined, and you can really pick things out with that tight hotspot. This is the Enforce Wild 2. Pretty darn bright light. You know, it looks pretty good actually. What did you think of the beam comparison? Pretty interesting. Not a bad beam at all. But there's lots of options out there for you. All right, one thing that's similar and different is going to be the keys. The way the Streamlight, I almost said Amazon, the way Streamlight does the keys is this different little plastic pieces you can put inside the light that integrates with the firearm. And there's different lengths and different versions, so it works with a wider variety of pistols, and it's going to keep the light tucked up as tight as possible. They do a really good job with all the different keys. The shape of the keys is different, but the way it works is going to be exactly the same. Another thing that's different is going to be the screw. If you look on the older model, it protrudes, it sticks out, so it is a little easier to take the light on and off the pistol with the old screw, which is more important because you have to take the light off every time you swap the batteries. With the new one, again with the front load batteries, it's not going to be as important, or you're not going to need to take the light on and off as much, so the screw is flat. You can take it off with any coin, pretty much any round, a flathead screwdriver, anything like that. It's going to be able to take it on and off without a problem, but the screw is different. They both have the Streamlight 10-tap programmable button if you want to enable or disable strobe. If you are a misguided soul and you still like strobe, go take a low light training class, please. That was not nice. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hold the button, I'm going to press the button 9 times quick and hold it on the 10th. And that will allow you to enable and disable strobe. And I have to explain it because I can't talk and count at the same time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold on the 10th. And that's our just enabled strobe. Double tap turns it on. Double tap. Double tap. And then to turn it off, you do the exact same thing. They both have that. No different. You can do so. Couple other things that are the same. Limited lifetime warranty. Very similar aluminum body. Black anodized finish. They're both IPX7 waterproof, 30 minutes underwater, good to go. I want to mention holster compatibility really quick. I believe you're not going to have an issue with any holster compatibility. Now, I don't have a straight Kydex holster that works with the TLR-1. I do have several duty holsters with active retention that work with the TLR-1. I have this Alien gear, I have a few Safari Lands, and those worked fine, no problem. So I think anything with active retention, you'll be fine. I think even just a straight Kydex that's using a retention point on the Kydex should be fine as well. The dimensions of the lights are pretty much exactly the same. The screw's a little different, like I mentioned, but besides that, they are very, very similar. The new one does have that little lever on the right-hand side, so I don't know if that's going to cause problems. I think it's going to be okay, but don't quote me on it. The only thing that's different is going to be the weight. With the new one, if you choose to use the rechargeable batteries, it's 1 ounce heavier. It's only 1 ounce. If you use the CR123s, then the weight is pretty much the same. All right. What I really like the controls. The controls are my favorite part. I like the front load battery as well. That's a nice convenient, but the controls are going to be my biggest pro. On the old one, it is easier to take on and off. If that matters to you, you're going to need to take it on and off more often with the rear battery door. With the new one, you're not going to have to. If I could change anything, I would have given this light a bump in candela instead of a bump in lumens. The extra lumens is nice, don't get me wrong. I want all the lumens in candela I have, but if I have to choose between one or the other, I'll take a bump in candela over a bump in lumens. And don't get me wrong, the beam's not bad. You saw it, it's good. But with that extra candela, I'll be able to identify targets a little bit further. More important than that, it will go through photonic barriers like smoke, fog, lights, other lights shining back at you. Those are the things that are important to me. So I would rather have seen the bump in candela and lumens, but overall, they did a great job. It's a dope light. If you have an old HL, I don't think you need to go out and buy the new HLX unless you don't like the controls and you want the new controls, then go for it. If I had my choice, I'll definitely take the new one, no doubt. With the better controls and the dual fuel battery and the convenience of the front load battery door, I'll take the HLX if I have my choice. But either one, I'd be more than capable of doing a night course or clearing my house or whatever I need to do with either light. All right. I am done talking. Thank you for watching. Thank you to Streamlight. They've been a great supporter to this channel over the years. So thank you to them. Natchez is the biggest supporter, the Tiberious Gibb channel. TriStar has the dopest apparel in the game, the softest, nicest, sexiest t-shirts. The links to to the Streamlight, to the notches, to the TriStar, all down you know where. Most important, you are required to like and subscribe to this channel. I don't think you knew that by watching this video. You are legally required to subscribe to this channel. I thank you. Santa thanks you. I'll see you guys next time. Stay blessed. Be good. Peace!